Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we got a fairly easy one we're going to be doing. We have a 2006, it's an F350 Super Duty with a 6.0 diesel. You may remember this car from yesterday, or this truck from yesterday. Today we're going to be changing both the batteries in it because they both need to be replaced. So it's a fairly easy procedure. You have to be careful because you get dual batteries you'll be changing now, so you want to make sure you disconnect the negative on both of them before you remove the positive. In this particular case, I usually save the memory by using a memory saver in the accessory port, but in this particular truck I'm not going to do it because it's just a radio on here and it really doesn't make much of a difference, and the customer's actually waiting for it, so we're going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Alright, don't forget, subscribe to my channel, and if you like what I'm doing, give me the thumbs up. Alright, let's grab some tools and let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the negative on both batteries before we remove the positive side, if you don't want to take a chance on shorting anything out. It's a 10 millimeter here, so we're going to, actually I'm wrong. Somebody changed it already, you put the wrong one on there. It is a 10 millimeter, so we're just going to loosen the 10 millimeter up. And then we're going to take this cable and lift it off and relocate it off to the side for now. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. We're going to disconnect the negative cable here also. This one's an 8 millimeter, somebody changed the bolts on already. We're going to remove that and relocate this to the side. Sometimes they stick down. You can just twist them and pull them and they'll come right off. Now we have everything disconnected as far as the ground. Now we're going to take the positive off. Now it really, once the negative is disconnected, it doesn't matter where the wrench touches because now there is no more ground in the vehicle itself. So if by chance your wrench touches positive and hits something metal, it's not going to really make any difference. Nothing's going to happen. Take this up and off. Get that over there. We'll do the same thing on the other side. It's a good idea whenever you change batteries on a diesel, or whenever you have dual batteries, it's a good idea to change both of them at the same time, even though, which is what happened in this case here, is that one battery registers that it's okay, the other one is actually weak. We're actually going to change both of them to avoid an issue. Right. Then we're going to actually remove the batteries. Just going to push this clip here out of the way because the clip is holding the cable. Can you see it? Just move this out of the way like that. And now this battery cover comes off. I'll show you actually. There's a little clip down at the bottom right here. You've got to put your fingers underneath this clip and just pull it out to the side. It's hard to do with one hand, but you see this little clip right here? You got to pull this plastic piece here out and then up. So I'm going to do that. It's hard to do with just one hand, but that's what I'm going to do. A little hard to do with one hand. Lift them off just like this. And we're just going to take out, this here bolt right there. We're going to take that out and then take this lock tab out down in there, and we're going to do the exact same thing on this side down here. That little 8 millimeter bolt there, we're going to take that out, and then we're going to pull both batteries out. What we're going to do first is the one that's closest to us here. you're going to need to put it back in the vehicle. Be careful, because once you drop it, it's hard to find, as you can see. Okay, we'll just pull this battery out. 8mm bolt right here, which it looks like somebody left loose and didn't tighten it already. So we'll just take this out, relocate that to the side. Let's get this battery out of here. Alright. I'm going to reinstall the batteries. Make sure you put them in the same way you took them out. Positive on the side, the other side came out. We'll lay this in. Put your lock tab or hold down back in place. And screw it down. Real important to make sure you put that lock tab back in, because you don't want these batteries bouncing around, because you can damage the casing of the battery, lose the acid, and then you have a battery that's not going to work. Right. Put my second battery back in. Again, lay it in the way that it came out. Now, this one had this cover around it. We are going to put it back on again. Hold down back inside there. Try not to do what I just did a minute ago and drop it in there. Screw it in by hand first, and once you have it caught by hand, then you can tighten it in with your ratchet. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to reattach. We're going to reattach the positive cable first. Make sure it's down all the way, and then tighten up the hole down. Tight. Make sure you put your cover back over the top of it. We're going to go to the other side. We're going to reattach the positive on the other side also. But before we do anything with that, we're going to make sure our cover goes back on. Now you just push it back down inside there, and it'll snap back into position where it belongs. And you can hear it snap in. We'll snap back in where it belongs. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to reattach the positive on this side and make sure it's tightened down adequately. You don't want to over tighten it and break it. Alright, that's nice and tight. Now after we have both positives connected, now we can reattach our negative cables. Tighten up the screws on the negative. Okay. I'm going to reattach this little plastic clip where it was in the case. We're going to tighten up the other side over here. Of course, I just want to mention, you make sure you take your protective caps off the battery because you'll have a problem or a low start if you don't. All right? Last thing we're going to do is reconnect our negative cable on this side. Make sure it's down all the way. Let's spread that a little bit because it's not going down. This is actually to spread the cables just so it fits over the top of the terminal just a little bit better. If you don't have it, you can just pry it open with a screwdriver. I'll show you. Right here, you can get in here with a screwdriver and pry it open. But that's it. Okay, and once you have that on, tighten up the cable. All right, that's it. 2 batteries installed. And we should be in good shape for at least another probably 4 years or so without having to worry about doing this again. All right, thanks for watching. Any questions, any comments, drop me a line. Be more than happy to talk to you about anything. And don't forget, subscribe to my channel. And if you like what I'm doing, give me the thumbs up. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.